To my channel. Today we are back on Forza Horizon 4. This week we've got some interesting cars through the Forzathon shop, but not so much through the festival playlist. Well, kind of. Let's start off with the Forzathon shop, shall we? Yes, we've got these two cars, the 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT and the 2005 Hot Wheels Ford Mustang. The Mustang, I would say, is the best Hot Wheels car out of all of them. I hate all of them, but that's the best one out of the lot. As it's a Ford Mustang, not some weird stupid thing. That is a seasonal exclusive vehicle, so if you don't have that and you want one, here's your chance. And the 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT is a wheelspin only, or a wheelspin exclusive vehicle, so if you don't have one of them and you want one, here's your chance to get one without having to search through the auction house for millions of years, or waiting for a wheelspin to turn up with it in. It's a lot of people forget about this car because we've already got the Trailcat, I think it's called in this game. It's very, very similar to this, just a bit more of a modern version, which does cause people to forget about this one. But this one was in Horizon 3, and it was a wheelspin only vehicle, so if you don't have one, there's your chance. Going to the festival playlist, festival playlist, that's what it's called. We only unlock one new vehicle this week, which is the Chevelle 1967. Surprisingly, we haven't got two vehicles, which is a bit of a shame. But we can win the Pterodyne Gurkha. Annoyingly, it's through a co-op event, so this one you have to go online and verse unbeatable driver tars and race with your friends or with random players. This has got to be one of the worst events of the festival playlist, as it's just horrible. I think it's easier to spend 500 grand to 700 grand on a Pterodyne than it is to do that. That would be my recommendation. Go on the auction house and pay either more than it's worth, or just go and buy it from the auto show. Don't worry about doing this, because I hate these so much. Unless you like these and you're good at them, then of course do it, but I hate them. Apart from that, the festival playlist has been pretty good, actually. The events aren't actually that difficult. One of the only two that were slightly difficult were the Dodge, Duck, Dip, Dive, and Dodge Complete. Dodge, Duck, Dip, Dive, and Dodge event, which I found was a little bit difficult as you're in a Viper or a Dodge Viper, not Viper, Challenger Demon on snow through bendy, twisted corners, which is quite a difficult car to handle. All of them are, really, in the snow especially. So that I found quite difficult, and this one was quite annoying, the Northbridge speed trap, because it was just because AI got in the way all the time. Like, you got the driver tars and the normal civilians that drive around just got in the way all the time, and the fact it's snowing doesn't really help with your grip factor. Apart from that, it was quite a simple festival playlist that was quite good. Just a bit sad that we haven't unlocked two brand new cars this week, only just one. So we might as well go and check out this one new car, which is in Chevrolet. I can imagine how it's going to sound in terms of engine sound. I can imagine it's going to sound like this one, the 454, sorry, Chevelle, as it did in Horizon 3. So let's go and take a look at it. Yeah, I was kind of unsurprised when they removed this car. I felt like in Horizon 3 it was quite a rare car to find, especially on the auction house. I just couldn't imagine people using it when you got the alternative of the 454 one to use instead. So actually, I'm quite surprised they brought this back. I was actually expecting them to bring back the Lamborghini Jalpa or the Renault Alpine GTA. Those two cars were or the Mazda Cosmo, actually. Those three are actually on the top of my list for cars that would return, but at the moment we haven't got them, which is rather surprising. But nevertheless, this is a good car, and we've got it back, which is good. First of all, start with the boot. We've got a ginormous American boot, which is brilliant. You stick loads of bits and pieces in the back there. Tons and tons of shopping, tons and tons of bits and pieces, whatever you can put in the back. Fuel tank, perhaps, if you're going to tune it up. In the front here, sorry, we've got this beautiful chrome engine, turbo. What does that say? Turbojet 375 horsepower. Now, I would be very, 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 very shocked if this thing had a turbo. I'm very shocked. It would be near enough impossible. um, it's weird. There's this 396 on the air filter cover, but it actually says 375 horsepower. So what is 396 the CC? That can't be, because that's gonna be like 3,396, something like that. I don't know. Don't know what that means. Maybe you might be able to shed some light on this, viewers. So yeah, there's the engine bay. Lovely, beautiful engine. Let's have a look in here. The steering wheel actually reminds me a lot of the Dodge Charger, to be honest. Just that kind of look about it. Lovely wood steering wheel. Dashboard is painted the same colour as the exterior, which is pretty normal. I think that's meant to be the, I was going to say rev counter, but actually that's a clock down there. By the gear stick, you got a clock down there. No speedometer. You do have speedometer, sorry. It's there, right in front of you. I was looking at a rev counter, but it's over here. It doesn't actually have a dial needle on it, which is kind of weird. Let's start it up first of all, and let's see if the dial needle turns up. Yeah, there it is, there, look. It just disappeared. Yeah, so unfortunately it hasn't got any sort of light interior, like any greys or cream. It's just a dull black, but that's fair enough. It seems nice. Yeah, not really much to say about this, apart from it's got a really nice chrome gear stick, gear knob, and it's got the Super Sport badge over there, which I quite like to see. Next thing let's do is go and take a look at the colours. Go design and paint car. Let's have a look what colours we've got. Quite a few actually. I quite like the white stripe that goes across there. I think in the last game, I think I had mine in red. I can't remember. We've got some nice colours. Got some whites, got some creams, got some browns, got black, which looks really nice. We've got this bluey purpley colour. Definitely a purple, yeah. That's the trouble with this natural light setting that Forza's implemented with you having your car in your driveway, and it doesn't have a default sort of time set. It's not like midday every time you jump in to the Forza Vista or paint colour selection, because otherwise it can really mess up your colours, because it looks black in some angles, blue in others, and purple now, even though it's definitely purple. So if you're in the full the festival, it's all a completely blank white background, you'd definitely be able to see all the different colours. Oh, I don't know what colour to go for. I quite like the blue, actually. That's quite nice. And also I quite like the black as well. You know, I'll probably go for some blue. Why not? Go for some blue. Unfortunately, this is the only car we've got this week. It's kind of underwhelming. I was expecting there to be at least another couple of cars. I think that's the same thing for next week as well. I think we've only got the Corsa. Nothing else, unfortunately. So, let's have a look at the customization first of all. The visual... Oh, there is a body kit for this. Let's have a look at that. Body kits. What have we got? Ah, so we got this... well, it's a Forza kit. It's not a real kit. It's definitely jacked the... it hasn't actually jacked the back up. It has slightly because the front end is has been lowered a lot. We've got this big supercharger cooler and pulley belt. Got some roll caging. Got these muscle style wheels, even though I'd preferably have them in black. So yeah, we've got a body kit there, and let's see what we've got in terms of visual customization through this. So we've got the chin spoiler thing there, and we've got a spoiler, which is that sort of ducktail kind of thing, and then we've got the street bonnet, the other street bonnet, and a street bonnet. Again, there was just street bonnets, but we've got like a ram air bonnet there, and then you got your supercharger there. So it's pretty much the body kit, but with a couple of separate bits. Not anything new and extraordinary. Let's go and see how it drives and how it looks and sounds. there's the sound, and yeah, we've barely got any steering. Yeah, that was kind of destroyed my nice careful driving look there. Bloody hell, this thing really needs a faster steering wheel. Or less understeer would be nice. I do like the wood steering wheel. Something I do miss in these modern cars we've got. I do like the Jaguar XJ that has the luxury wood pack with the wooden steering wheel design. Same as the Maserati Forza, you can get like a wooden steering wheel, which is lovely. My kind of thing. This car actually feels, going back to this game, I think, getting a bit distracted. Whoa, these brakes are very numb. They've barely got any steering. Got a bit of oversteer on the cornering exit. Yeah, it's definitely got a lot of oversteer when you don't want it, and understeer when you don't want it. Yeah, I was kind of expecting that to happen. So it doesn't help the fact that it's winter. Oh, come on then. It's a good drift point, huh? I've even got traction control and stability control on in the settings, so this thing is a bit mad. I think all the Chevrolet Supersports are quite mad in this game. It's got a crazy amount of oversteer. This thing does oversteer a lot. But then when you go into a corner reasonably slowly, it does understeer quite badly, so it's definitely not a car to use for your yeah, as you can see, it just slides and slides and slides. So it's not a good car for your country lane B-road driving, but definitely a good for a drag car. Well, perhaps I've been a bit too violent with this thing, but yeah, it's just barely got any grip at all. It would be nice when it's in summer. I think it would handle a lot better. So you've got barely any brakes, barely any grip, barely any steering, and then oversteer when you exit a corner. So it's quite a handful, this. But it does look really cool though. I do like this thing a lot. It does remind me of the Pontiac Le Mans GTO, or Le Mans GTO, what I should say. Very similar kind of designs. The Tempest, I think, as well, the Pontiac Tempest, which is effectively a Pontiac GTO, a 1965, I think it is. Just go and jump over the Pontiac and have a look what it reminds me of. Just skip. There it is, 1965 GTO. Just from the rear end, because the front end's completely different, but from the rear end it looks pretty much the same. Well, there we go then. Not much else to do now. It was just one car we won this. One car has become available this week. A bit underwhelming. I was expecting there to be at least 2 cars. We do need more cars per month, really, because we're only getting about 8 a month, which is okay. It works out to being the same as a DLC. But it would be nice if we got a DLC as well. I know we'd probably have to end up paying for it, but I wouldn't suppose it would have been too bad, really. Because it would be nice to get some more cars, because there's at least 200 cars I would like to see in this game. And we're not really getting a lot of them from my list, unfortunately. But yes, my review of this week, the festival playlist was pretty good. Unfortunately, we only got one car, which is this, but this car is really good. I do like it. It's a nice car. It looks good. Sounds good. For one, it's actually a good sounding car. The last couple of weeks, we've been having disappointing cars with really bad engine sounds. The Mercedes AMG GT4, that was unnecessary. It did actually sound good in first person, because you kind of got the essence of the Mercedes noise they're trying to capture, but for some reason they had too much Audi RS7 noise, which completely ruined it. The Ferrari 599XX was a complete disappointment, because that sounded nothing like the 599XX in Horizon 3, which was pinpoint perfect, so that was just disappointing. But this, on the other hand, is pretty good. I would say it's not perfect, but it's good. It's better than we've had quite recently. Anyway, the Forzathon shop was quite good as well. We got the Jeep Cherokee, which is a hard car to get in itself, and the Mustang, which is a Hot Wheels car, which of course you probably know by now how I feel about Hot Wheels cars, but it's one of the better ones anyway, of the horrible things. So there we go. There's this week's festival playlist rewards. Thank you very much for watching this video today. Hope you found it helpful, useful, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video, which will probably be next week, the last week of this month's festival playlist. So yeah, see you then. Bye.